Hi, my name is Dan Danowski, Product Manager with Zurn Commercial Brass here in Sanford, North Carolina. Here today to talk about our Z8106 Pressure Assist Replacement Tank. This is designed to fit in any pressure assist two-piece toilet that currently has a 1.6 gallons per flush tank inside. We're coming out with this in response to the recall from some of our competition of roughly 2.4 million toilets in the North American market from 1997 to 2008. We've been selling this particular pressure assist vessel for roughly 8 years and have a history of 0 failures. Why? Because it was designed to be safe. Part of the design features and benefits we have with this pressure assist replacement tank, first thing that happens as water flows into the vessel, it hits a pressure reducing valve, a PRV, mounted right at the inlet of the tank. As water flows through here, pressure is regulated to 30 psi, so this tank should never see more than 30 psi of pressure inside the vessel. The second part of our dual protection is built inside the cartridge. If, for whatever reason, that PRV would fail, once the pressure reaches 50 psi inside the tank, it'll just automatically flush. Water will automatically release out of the tank, so you never have a high pressure buildup inside the tank that would lead to a failure or separation of any of the components. Product is easy to install. We'll go through installation here in a couple minutes. It should take roughly 30 to 45 minutes at most. With a 10-year warranty, you buy the new Z8106 Pressure Assist Repair Tank from Zurn, put it in, 10-year warranty. If any of the components would have any problems, we'll call us up. We'll get those to you for free. With your Pressure Assist tank comes a complete handle assembly, which is flexible to mount in any handle location of your current Pressure Assist tank. Also comes with all the fittings and accessories, gasket, and repair parts to possibly service, along with our installation instructions. So let's get started. Let's do a retrofit. Hi, now we're going to walk through the disassembly of your current Pressure Assist toilet so you can install the Zurn Pressure Assist replacement tank. Each one of the Pressure Assist replacement tanks you get comes with a detailed set of installation instructions and disassembly instructions for your current toilet, so you should be able to follow through step by step. First thing you need to do, we always start with safety glasses. After that, you want to turn the water off to your two-piece toilet. So most toilets have a stop, whether they be a loose key or a wheel, but shut off your water, flush your toilet. Usually 2 to 3 times should work to get all the built-up energy and water inside the toilet out so we can safely disassemble everything. Next thing we'll want to do is remove the supply. So just take your hose off, no need to disassemble it from the stop. Next thing we'll do is remove the lid and then remove the tank to bowl nuts that are mounted underneath here. Most manufacturers use 1/2-inch nuts, so a deep well socket would work, or a small crescent wrench if you don't have a deep well 1/2-inch socket around. So this particular tank has 3 nuts that we'll need to get out under here. We find if you lean down on the side of the tank a little bit after you get it started, that'll shift the tank enough to be able to get at all the nuts, so you don't have to get your crescent wrench or socket all around the toilet. So once you get one undone or one started, you should be able to put a little weight on it, get all those nuts off. You'll probably, next thing you want to do is find an area to install the replacement tank at. Probably going to be a little built up water in here, so when you take it off, I usually like to set it right in the tank, let any extra water drain out, and now we'll pull the old unit out and get the Zurn one in. Now that we have our Pressure Assist tank removed from the bowl, get it here in a nice flat workspace. First thing I like to do is remove the handle. Using a small crescent wrench, you should be able to loosen the handle nut inside there. Threads on a handle are typically backwards from your normal threads, so if you're used to turning to the left to remove it, you got to go the opposite way for most handles. Okay, got our handle removed. Next thing you do, flip the tank over, remove our inlet washer, that nut started. Remove our tank to bowl gasket, and then loosen up our nut that connects to the pressure assist tank. There's no need to remove any other bolts you see, any other tank to bolt, bolts. We'll be using them to put the tank back together. Now your pressure assist tank should drop right out. Alright, now I'm going to grab my Zurn Z80-106 repair kit. First thing we'll need to do with this is get the PRV, just kind of press that in so we can get that inside the tank. Also want to remove the handle. If that's press fit in, that just slides right out. And remove the nut and washer that'll go on the flush control area behind the handle. Okay, we're ready to drop this in. Make sure your flush control actuator doesn't get stuck in there. What we like to do is just get this, just get the nuts on here so it doesn't fall back out. Next thing you want to do is get the flush control assembly, get the handle mounted and started in here. So, these are connected with flexible hoses, so whether your handle is mounted on the front, mounted on the side, you should be able to fit those in, fit that in whatever handle location you have. It fits right in there like so. Take the nut and washer that came with the flush control valve. Screw those on the outside of the tank. Don't need to do this much. Maybe just a half turn to snug it up. Handle just press fits right in. Voila. Now you have a pneumatic touch handle. Before you probably had a mechanical handle that was harder to push down, but since this is pneumatic, it should be very easy to actuate for you. Now we'll tighten up the fittings on the bottom. Get our gasket back into place. If you lift up on the assembly, that'll help speed that up a little bit, make it a little bit easier. This. Tighten that up, and again, all you really need is about a half a turn to get this tight. Last thing you need to do, either reinstall the gasket if it's in good shape that came with your original pressure assist toilet, or install the new gasket that came with your Z106 pressure assist replacement tank right over top there. Okay, we're ready to install this back on the bowl. Okay, we have our Z80-106 pressure assist tank installed in the vitreous. Last thing you want to do before you put it on is make sure that the hoses that connect to your handle aren't kinked. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to install your tank back on your bowl. Alright, there are three nuts and washers from before. Okay, to get them all started, still have our deep well 1/2 inch socket. Last thing we want to do is connect our water back on with our 7/8 ball cock connection. Okay, after you've Finish snugging up all of your nuts to connect the tank to the bowl. Should be ready to turn our water back on at the stop and start using your new pressure assist toilet with a new 10-year warranty.